Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Everyday Zach, and we're back with another video. This video has been a long time coming, something that I have had a lot of comments asking me to do and my opinion on it, as well as when it's going to come out. Now, I've been really kind of holding back on doing this because it's going to be, I think, pretty controversial because there's a lot of people out there who don't understand what my channel's about. So what is my channel about? I like to review things like firearms, tactical holsters, holsters for your firearm, flashlights, red dot sights, scopes, anything that I could possibly get my hands on when it comes to firearms. I want to review it, or tactical gear in general, whether that's going to be flashlight holders to plate carriers, drop down leg devices for carrying items, whatever it may be. I want to review it. Now, a big difference between my channel and somebody else who has a lot of viewers and a lot of subscribers is I'm not sponsored by anybody. Nobody pays me to talk good about their items, their merchandise, and nobody pays me to talk bad about other people's merchandise. These are all only my opinions, and that's what they should be kept at as is my opinions. But before we get into the opinions things, I just want to do a firearms safety check here. So this is my Glock 19 5th gen MOS version. We're going to see that there is no mag, as well as we're going to look down the chamber here, and I'm going to feel that there's no round in the chamber. Go ahead and lock the slide, pull the trigger, nothing happens. So what I think people need to understand is these are just my opinions, and I'm in no way a professional or an expert on any of the things that I review or I do. I'm not a firearms instructor. I don't go train with the SWAT. I don't go train with the police departments. I love firearms. I love what they're capable of doing and the designs of the firearms. Some of these designs are absolutely phenomenal looking. But I also want people to be safe, and I want people to be educated on what they're using. I do a lot of research of the products that I review, and I wear them for a really long time before I decide to make an opinion on them. I give every single firearm and every single holster or an accessory a chance to prove themselves before I decide to make my opinion on them. So with that being said, remember that these are my opinions, and you could take them or leave them at what they are. If you don't like my opinion, that's fine. You're not required to like my opinion. That's the wonderful thing about living in the world, is you can have your own opinion. But please don't try to force your opinion on anybody else, as I'm not going to try to force my opinion on you, and that's why I make this video. It's easy enough for you to back out of this video if you don't like my opinion. So with that out of the way, you're probably wondering where I'm recording today, as I'm not usually in my normal place outside. Well, events have happened outside where my little hidey hole that I record in was damaged due to this year's snowstorm, so unfortunately I'm inside. And I've wanted to make this video for a really long time, but it's hard because then I start looking at, well, I want to show certain videos on this channel, or at least on this video of certain police shootings, but unfortunately I'll get demonetized for them. Not like I monetize anyways. I don't have any. This video and my YouTube channel brings in zero money. But to keep from being demonetized in the future, I'm going to steer clear of showing certain graphic content on this channel for now. That may change in the future, but as of this point, I only have 366 subscribers. I'm not looking to get canceled immediately. So I'm filming in my bedroom today. If you didn't know, this is my streaming setup where I actually do all my streaming from. That's why the audio sounds a lot better. And I have my firearms on the background because I'll leave a link in the description below where I stream. All these firearms are secured. There's no ammunition in them. They're safe. So let's talk about what I'm going to be talking about today. And that is red dot sights on your pistol. Now remember, this is only going towards your handguns and not things like your rifles. I don't really believe using a red dot sight on a pistol is worth the trouble or the hassle of trying to retain that muscle memory to turn the red dot sight on. Now, to get into this really quick, I want you to think about going out training with a red dot sight. If you have a red dot sight on your firearm and you go out to train, you're automatically already turning that red dot sight on. You don't pull your firearm, turn the red dot on, and then get rounds on target. That takes so much time. If you're in a shit hits the fan situation where somebody draws a firearm on you and you have to draw yours, you draw your firearm, you're looking to just get rounds on target. You're looking to get that firearm up, aimed, and on target. If you have a red dot sight, you have to turn the red dot on in order to actually use it, unless you have one of those really nice fancy ones. And I have actually never really used one or seen one, but there are some of them out there that when you pull the firearm, the red dot automatically turns on. You're relying so much on that working. I don't think the risk is worth it. If you're continuously pulling your firearm, looking for that red dot, pulling your firearm, looking for the red dot, continuously over and over and over, your brain's a big muscle. Everything is muscle memory. You pull, you look, oh shit, it's not on. Now you have to transition from trying to focus your eyes on the red dot to focus your eyes on the front and rear sight. Now you're sitting there trying to line up to get rounds on target. Given, you don't even need that. Red dots are so utterly useless on a pistol, in my opinion. Most the shootings occur, and this is from the FBI, LEOKA, that's the law enforcement officers killed or assaulted. This is between the dates of 2015 and 2019. 44% of shootings occurred between 0 and 5 feet. 21 6 to 10 feet. 15% 11 to 20 feet. And that's not including if any shootings occurred. That's not telling whether they used a pistol for the shooting or if the person used a rifle or a pistol for the shooting. My pros and cons for using a red dot sight on a firearm is mainly the price of some of these red dot sights. They're expensive. They're really expensive. You're talking for a good quality one that's not going to wander on you. You're looking at $200-300. Now, what I mean by wandering is a red dot in there can actually wander off course if you buy a cheaper red dot. The red dot on this firearm here will never be used. It's just something I threw on there because I didn't have anything else, and I wanted it to look a little bit cooler. I will never use that red dot because it's a cheaper, like $60 red dot. I will never use it. It wanders like crazy. So you're looking at a few $100s just to get started in a red dot. You're looking at, if you don't have the cutout for your slide, you're looking at having to send it in to get it cut out, unless you're a machinist and you do it yourself. Then you're getting your red dot. You're getting adapter plates for different red dots. You're having to get suppressor height sights, which these are suppressor height sights, because I had a red dot on this and I carried it for a long, long time. And then I realized, well, if something happens where somebody pulls a firearm on me and I pull my firearm, my brain's not going to be thinking to turn that red dot on. My brain is only going to be thinking of survival, get rounds on target, and neutralize the threat. People need to understand this. I don't know why I've come across so many people who are so dead set on carrying a red dot. As an everyday carry, whether you're concealed carry or open carry, 99.999% of the time you carry, you're not going to be in the situation to have that red dot on. Now, yes, you can turn it on before you leave the house, but now you're chewing out your batteries. Yes, some of them may last for quite a while. I've had my red dot turned on one day. Forgot it was on. Didn't even know it was on. Don't even know how long it was on for. Next time I checked it, I saw it was on. I was like, still working. So yes, you can keep it on, but do you really want to rely on that working when you pull your firearm out? What if, you turn your red dot on, see it's on, put it away, something happens where it turns off. So if something happens, you're already thinking, oh, my red dot's already on. I can get rounds on target. Shit, where's my red dot? That's not good. So in the grand scheme of things, I don't want this video to be very long, but in the grand scheme of things, having a red dot on, most people don't need it. Law enforcement really doesn't even need it. And I've seen a lot of police videos where a lot of officers don't use red dots. And almost every single one of the videos that I've seen that they do use a red dot and they've had to pull their firearm, the ones that the body camera comes across and you could see into the red dot, has shown the red dot's not on. It happens so fast. So the practicality of actually using a red dot sight on a firearm every day, there's no practicality to it. You go out, you train with it, you turn it on. If you do use a red dot, next time you go to the shooting range, don't use your red dot. Just pull it out normally like you would do and set your target up and see how accurate you are without the red dot on. I guarantee that most of you that don't train with your without your red dot are going to be shit with your iron sights. If you do carry a red dot and you train with your red dot, ask you to please train with your iron sights as well. Maybe have your buddy, if you go with a buddy, have your buddy turn on or off your red dot sight without you knowing. Like say, hey, you know what? It's going to be your choice. Turn it on or off. Then put the firearm away so you don't know if it's on or off, and then draw and then get rounds on target. See what your mind does. See if you panic. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take the time to turn my red dot on if I need to get rounds on target. somebody's shooting back at me, I'm going to get rounds on target as fast as possible. I'm not going to even worry about my red dot. In that mindset alone, I think it's not worth using a red dot. If you're already to the point where I just have to get rounds on target, then why worry about a red dot sight? It's another layer of things you have to do in order to get rounds on target. And I'm not even talking about turning it on, but looking past that glass and the arch of the red dot to see your front and rear iron sights. You're looking past that to then get rounds on target. It's just another layer of things you have to deal with. Now, if you have a competition firearm or you're going out using competition, I think that's a completely different situation. I'm only talking about this in a everyday carry type of situation. This is my everyday carry gun. This is the gun that I carry with me anytime I leave my house, whether it's concealed or it's open carry. And that really depends on the situation where I'm going to be at. If I know I'm going to a place that doesn't have a lot of people, I open carry. It's just easier that way, and it's more comfortable because I'm a bigger dude and it hurts like hell to carry sometimes. If I'm going into an area where it's going to be crowded and a lot of people, I can still carry. I don't want people knowing I have a firearm on me. I don't want them to get scared. I've had people come up to me when I've open carry and chew me out because it's dangerous and, oh man, guns are evil. In the wrong hands, yes, they are evil. I don't think the gun is evil. The person is evil. A firearm, a gun of any sorts, is just like a knife or a hammer. It's a tool. In the wrong hands, it can be used as a weapon. In the right hands, it can save many, many lives. And that kind of brings me to why I talk about these things so seriously. This is not a toy. Yes, it's fun to go shooting. It's fun to feel the kickback and the recoil of the firearm. It's fun to hear the loud explosions and feel the shockwave on you. Yes, it's fun, but it's not a toy. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, none of these are toys. This is something that we have to take incredibly serious because it can end somebody's life. And if you use it wrong and you not train with it, you can inadvertently take an innocent person's life. You can take a child's life, an elderly person. It doesn't matter the age. But doing it wrong can take somebody's life. I take that incredibly serious. And that's one of the reasons I scrutinize the holsters that I have reviewed. I scrutinize them so hard because I want something that is going to not only protect me in my life, but I can rely on to be able to secure a firearm that I may have to defend other people's life with. And if you guys are wondering, this is a TLR1 HL from Streamlight. This has to be probably the best tactical light you could ever buy. They make smaller ones, but the difference is this is a pretty hefty light, and with how heavy it is, when the recoil of the slide comes back, it actually produces more of a downward recoil because of the weight on the front. So you're able to kind of equalize that recoil forces of the slide coming back with the weight of the front, allowing for less recoil of the firearm. I absolutely love it. I recommend everybody pick one up. Streamlight, if you're watching this, bravo. I absolutely love this light. It's also a 1,000 lumen flashlight, incredibly bright. So TLR1 HL, go get it. Phenomenal light. I really, really do love it. By the way, I'm not sponsored by anybody for this. Streamlight has not sponsored me. Glock, any of the holsters, T-Rex Arms, which some people still think I'm sponsored by T-Rex Arms. Trust me, I've asked them, and they've said no. I've asked a lot of companies to send me stuff to review. All of them have said no. I can't afford to buy these things with the condition that I'm in. If you guys don't know, I actually have an injury to my neck and my shoulder, so making these videos is very hard to do because I always have a headache, and I'm not going to go into that. But so not being able to work at this moment until I get the medical treatments I need, I can't afford to buy some of these things. So I really wanted to do this video at a shooting range, but unfortunately I can't get out to the shooting range. It's snowing right now, and I don't have the funds to be able to buy the extra ammunition to go shooting, as well as I'm physically unable to do it. So that being said, I kind of want to go over just kind of a recap of why I think having a red dot sight is, in my opinion, useless. One, you're training with the firearm in a position where everything is predetermined. Where you're shooting, what you're shooting at is predetermined. You already have it set up. You know where it's going to be. You already know that your red dot's on. You already know how you're going to draw and how you're going to fire. Everything is already set up. Where in a real situation, things change so fast, it goes by so fast, you're not going to remember to turn that red dot on. You start getting comfortable. Every day you're walking out, you have your firearm, put your firearm away, whatever it may be. Something happens, you pull, you draw. get rounds on target, you're not going to remember to turn that red dot on. Doesn't mean that you can't use one. Go ahead. If you're in that type of situation where, you know what, you really want to use a red dot sight, by all means, don't listen to me. The only thing that I kind of want you to listen to me to is train not only with your red dot on, but train with turning it off. Train with your iron sights. Don't forget your backup. Before you leave the house, make sure, turn your red dot on, make sure it works. You know, once a week, if you have, I've got a 9mm laser, you know, one of the bore sights that I put in this, that when I did have my red dot, once a week, I would make sure that this was accurate and my red dot was onto my bore sight. I'd measure out 20 feet downstairs and I'd make sure that it's the same. These are things we have to maintain to make sure that we can get accurate rounds on target. And don't buy a cheap light or a cheap red dot sight. Fork the money out, save up, fork the money out for a good one if you are going to buy an RDS. So from that, I don't think there's anything else I really need to talk about when it comes to red dot sights. I just think that the muscle memory with using them and how fast everything happens is just not worth the hassle of actually having one on. With the price of the red dot, getting your suppressor high sights on, everything that's like that, I just don't think that it's worth the hassle of to have a red dot. It is what it is, guys. This is just my opinion. This is how I feel. This is the reason I took my red dot sight off of my Firearm. So everybody, again, these are my opinions. Take them, leave them. Leave a comment down below what you think. Keep it polite, please. For the love of goodness, keep it polite in the comments. If there's anything you guys want me to review or try to get my hands on, please leave a comment down below and I will do whatever I could possibly do to review these objects, these items, accessories that you guys would like to see. If you're watching this video, please subscribe to my channel. You guys subscribing and liking the video or sharing the video actually helps me to be able to afford some of these in the future, afford to be able to buy some of these objects and these accessories to review them for you. Most of the companies that I have contacted to try to get some lights or accessories have told me that they don't look at anyone under 1,500 subscribers. I'm at 365 subscribers. I really do want to keep continuing to do these review videos for you and give you my opinion that isn't. I will never allow or take an item or an accessory from a company that says you're only allowed to talk good about this product. If they do that, guys, just know I'm not going to do it. I want to give you my personal opinion by using this object and what I think is good or good not. I don't want to be biased to any product and I will not be biased to any product. If I like the product and it does good, that's my true opinion. I've not been paid by anybody and I will never be paid by somebody to sway my opinion towards them. So that being said, help me out here, guys. Throw a like on this, throw a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out. I really do appreciate it. So, yeah, if you guys, again, have anything you want me to review, leave a comment down below. I thank you guys for watching the video. Much appreciated. I hope you guys had a wonderful New Year. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to all those who are watching right now. And I hope you guys have an awesome 2023. And I'll see you guys in the next video.